Yesterday, Palestinian officials uncovered 2 mass graves outside the bombed hospitals in Gaza. These graves also constitute as a war crime, don't they?
Yeah. Deputy Prime Minister.
Well, of course, we would expect the democratic government of Israel to investigate any allegations of misconduct, and that's exactly what they do, and it's exactly what the Foreign Secretary and the Prime Minister urge them to do. But I find it quite extraordinary that she seeks to draw parallels between the legitimate war of self-defense of Israel and the conduct of Russia.
Murray Black.
300 bodies, including the elderly and the injured, some of which had been stripped naked, mutilated, with their hands tied behind their backs. The UK's own arms policy states that if there is even a risk that war crimes may be taking place, then that is reason enough to halt the sale of arms. Given all we know, why then is the Prime Minister yet to do so?
Deputy Prime Minister.
Well, we continue to urge the Israeli government to investigate any allegations of misconduct. The difference, though, is that we can trust the Israeli government, a democratically elected government, to properly investigate those things.
See no evil, hear no evil, right? That is a guy who doesn't want to know the truth. We trust Israel, so we're going to let them investigate it. We're going to let them investigate their own actions. Suspicions that Israeli soldiers executed people. Oh, we'll just ask the Israelis. We trust the Israelis. They're a democracy. But the Israelis have done a lot of very bad things, which the whole world has seen. So having a politician stand up and say, oh, we'll let them investigate it. This idea also that there can be no possible comparison between Israel and Russia. Yes, these are very different situations. But if you want to judge this by how many children have been killed, then the Israelis have killed a lot more than the Russians have. Right? So the Russians have killed a lot of Ukrainian soldiers who, I believe, are fighting a legitimate war of self-defense. Right? It's not to say, oh, it's fine to kill Ukrainian soldiers because they're soldiers. No, if you start a war, you have caused those soldiers to be in harm's way. Right? So killing them is a terrible thing to do. But the Israelis have killed thousands and thousands and thousands of civilians, including around 14,000 children. So if we're talking about comparisons, maybe let's compare that.